So they asked me to coordinate some curriculum this summer and to give you guys a little talk on some of the updates. Because this has grown so much, and we have so many instructors, just when you think the curriculum for the Level 1 course couldn't be hammered out anymore, I was asked to start re-looking at some of it, and basically it's, even though it's the same in its core principles, it's pretty much undergone a pretty big overhaul in general. So I'm just going to kind of walk through some of the differences. A lot of it's just fine details and semantics, but it's really important that we kind of just open up a little bit of a conversation here as a refresher, so that when we bring the curriculum this season to our students, that we're keeping these new concepts in mind, we're speaking the language the same way, because we really clarified a few things and made a few distinctions. So let me ask you guys, just as to start getting the brain going, what's the decision-making tool that we give to our students in the Level 1 course? What was that?
Ops checklist.
The observations checklist. That's the tool that we give. What's the primary tool? Is that the primary tool we ask people to use to make decisions when they go to the back?
Decision-making framework.
Decision-making framework. Okay. So this is one of the distinctions I want to start talking to you guys about. Because, yeah, I mean, the observations checklist is part of that decision-making framework map, and the decision-making framework is kind of what we've been approaching as the tool. Okay. And the way to explain this, how do I make this go forward? I just want to show you this. I just built 2 of these. I'm pretty proud of it. It's an IKEA. Anybody ever shopped at IKEA? Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's awesome. And I put together 2 of these amazing dressers. They have moving parts, and they're pretty complicated. The first one took me about an hour, and then the second one took me about 30, 35 minutes, something like that, because I kind of was familiar with it. But you know, in order to put this together, it was kind of interesting. If you've never shopped at IKEA, you can look online, and I said, oh, this is cute. And you know, by the way, I didn't get this for us. My wife is pregnant, and she's due next month, so we're creating that. Oh, thank you. He knows what I'm getting into. It's our first kid, so you know, I'm getting nervous. We're creating the baby room, and I've got this. So I built a couple of these. And you go inside. You can go online and pick it out, and then you can go there, and in the showroom, you see the little thing, but you don't actually take the dresser and put it in your cart. You know, you actually go to the self-service area and you get a box, and the box is like this wide and this tall and this thick, and then you have to bring it home, and then you open the box, and in the box there is a little manual, and it's got a little picture of this thing on the front of it, and then on the first page of the manual, it's got a little chart that shows all the different parts that are supposed to be in the box. And then you've got all these components, and then you just kind of flip through the manual, and you look through it, and you put this thing together the way they want you to. And they make it really easy. I mean, I'm not a carpenter or furniture builder in any way, and I managed to put 2 of these things together. They're bomber. The drawers slide in and out, and it looks pretty good. So I'm pretty psyched on it. You know, so if we think about that and kind of use that as an analogy for what we're doing, you know, maybe we're the IKEA of avalanche education. Merce loves that one. Hopefully that won't stick. But so you know that if you think about it, the decision-making tool that we give people, is it really the DMF? Where does the DMF compare to the IKEA analogy? Anyone have an idea on that? Billy?
It's kind of the compartment that keeps all the pieces of the curriculum and kind of
you know, I like to think of it as it's the diagram that they gave me where I saw the picture of it and then I saw the parts. And so that's what it is. It's a mental model overview. In a way, it's sort of the table of contents for the rest of the instruction manual, right? And then the student manual is the instruction manual. So what's the tool? Because they provided me with all these screws and parts and tools and even like wrenches that I could put this thing together with. What's the tool of the AIARE curriculum that we give them to use?
The set of instructions will tell you which part or which one.
But are the instructions the tool? That's sort of the distinction I'm trying to make.
Maybe the field book.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, wait a minute. So the field book. So like if I didn't have the tools, if I just had the instructions and the picture, I wouldn't be very efficient at putting that thing together. I'd have to go out and buy the tools and try to make them work. So in my IKEA dresser that I just built, literally yesterday, I built 2 of them. The tools in the box, I was thinking as I was putting this together, equate to the field book. Okay, and the field book, inside the field book is like a toolbox. And it's the toolbox for enacting the decision-making framework. So, you know, that's basically the theme here of the curriculum updates, is we are not making that clear. I mean, we are not even that clear about it, even though we've kind of been doing that. But now let's just be clear, and let's say this, and let's say this to our students, that, hey, we've got here an overall mental model of how decisions are made, and these decisions, the DMF is created in the spirit of the way that professionals and experts make these kinds of decisions. It's a mental map of that. And then we have the field book, which is actually what professionals and experts use to enact their decisions and document things. So, does everyone see that comparison? You know, if you notice, I just used a case study to make a point, and it's a really great technique.